One of the fastest ways to lose money in a chicken flock is by feeding hens that are no longer producing eggs. Many homesteaders focus on feed quality, housing, and predator protection, yet overlook the birds quietly consuming feed every day without contributing to egg production. The challenge becomes even greater when you have more than 10 hens because it can be nearly impossible to tell which birds are laying and which ones have stopped. Before we dive in, if you enjoy practical homesteading tips that help you raise healthier and more productive livestock, please subscribe to the Profitable Homestead so you never miss future videos. Knowing how to identify non-laying hens is an important skill for any poultry keeper. Every hen in the flock eats feed, drinks water, occupies space, and requires care. Productive hens return that investment through consistent egg production. Non-laying hens continue to consume resources while providing little or no return. With feed prices constantly rising, allowing several unproductive birds to remain in the flock can quickly reduce profitability. One of the easiest indicators of egg production is the condition of the comb. A healthy laying hen usually has a bright, well-developed comb and wattles. These structures tend to be larger and more vibrant because active egg production increases blood flow throughout the reproductive system. When a hen stops laying for an extended period, her comb often becomes smaller, paler, and less noticeable. If you compare several hens of the same breed and notice one with a shrunken or dull-looking comb, that bird may no longer be producing eggs. Body condition can also reveal a great deal about a hen's productivity. Egg production requires a tremendous amount of energy and nutrients. Hens actively laying eggs direct much of their feed toward producing those eggs. As a result, they often maintain a balanced body condition. Birds that become unusually overweight may no longer be laying because the nutrients that once supported egg production are now being stored as fat. On the other hand, extremely thin hens can also be problematic. A bird that appears weak, bony, or poorly conditioned may have health issues that are preventing her from laying. The most productive hens are often those that maintain a healthy middle ground without excessive fat or extreme weight loss. Another reliable method involves examining the pelvic bones near the vent. Experienced poultry keepers frequently use this technique because it provides valuable information about the reproductive status of a hen. In active layers, the pelvic bones are usually farther apart to accommodate the passage of eggs. In hens that are not laying, these bones tend to feel much closer together. It takes a little practice to learn what normal spacing feels like, but comparing several birds side by side can help develop this skill quickly. Observing rooster behavior can provide additional clues. Roosters naturally focus their attention on hens that are reproductively active. These birds represent the best opportunities for producing fertile eggs and future offspring. When a hen stops laying, a rooster may show less interest in her and spend more time courting productive birds. While rooster behavior should never be used as the only method of evaluation, it can serve as another useful piece of evidence when trying to identify unproductive hens within the flock. For larger flocks, direct observation of nesting activity can be extremely helpful. However, simply collecting eggs does not reveal which hen produced each one. A practical solution is to use a marking system. Whenever a hen is observed entering a nesting box and laying an egg, place a temporary mark on her tail feathers using safe livestock marking paint. Continue this process over several days. At the end of the week, the hens that remain unmarked are likely the birds that have not been using the nests and may not be laying eggs. This method requires patience, but it can be very effective when managing a flock of similar-looking birds. It is important to remember that not every pause in egg production indicates a permanent problem. Molting is one of the most common reasons hens temporarily stop laying. During this period, birds replace old feathers with new ones. Feather growth requires large amounts of protein and energy, so many hens take a break from egg production until the molt is complete. Stress can also reduce production. Changes in housing, feed, weather, or flock hierarchy may cause hens to stop laying for weeks or even months before eventually returning to normal production. Thin-shelled eggs can also signal trouble within the flock. Sometimes a hen continues laying but produces eggs with weak shells that break easily in the nest. Broken eggs often attract the attention of other hens, leading to egg-eating habits that can spread rapidly throughout the flock. If you repeatedly find broken shells in nesting boxes, it is important to identify the responsible bird and evaluate her nutrition. Calcium deficiencies, poor feed quality, advanced age, and certain health conditions can all contribute to shell problems. Addressing the issue early can prevent a much larger management headache later. Young hens that are approaching laying age show many of the same physical signs seen in active layers. Their combs and wattles begin to enlarge and develop richer color. The pelvic bones gradually widen, and roosters often start paying closer attention to them. These birds may spend time investigating nesting boxes before laying their first egg. Recognizing these signs helps distinguish a young hen that has not started laying from an older hen that has stopped. Successful flock management requires regular evaluation of every bird. Not every hen should remain in the flock indefinitely. Older birds with consistently poor production may need to be sold or removed to make room for younger, more productive hens. At the same time, temporary production drops should be approached with patience and careful observation. By monitoring comb development, body condition, pelvic bone spacing, nesting activity, rooster behavior, and egg quality, you can make informed decisions that improve both flock health and profitability. Learning to identify hens that are not laying is one of the most valuable skills a homesteader can develop. It saves feed, increases efficiency, and helps ensure that every bird contributes to the success of the homestead. If you found this guide useful, subscribe to the Profitable Homestead, share this video with fellow poultry keepers, and help others build healthier, more productive flocks for years to come.